Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Tiffany Benson, one part of Team Benson, and it is about 7:30 at night in Arizona. Still about 111 degrees and blowing hot wind, but at least the sun's not out. Well, kind of, it's just lower. But I wanted to make a nighttime video for everybody that is also growing in the desert to kind of see what I do to prepare my garden at night and to kind of just check on my garden after like these blazing hot temperatures. So I'm going to show you what the garden looks like now, and then I'm going to give it to you guys step by step on what I do to prepare my garden for the night. Okay, so currently this is what everything looks like. I have the shade cloth up. I have also a big umbrella here and a big umbrella just up there, and then shade cloth just everywhere. So the first thing I'm going to do is peel back the shade cloth and just kind of check on everything. Okay, so now it's all uncovered and this is what we have. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to check my garden, see if there's any type of damage that occurred, because this was the first day that the garden was over 115, I think, and then also see if there's anything that I can take in and see if there's anything I can harvest too as well. So a lot of people think that you can't grow in Arizona summers, and yes, it is hot. It's actually hot for me to be out here right now. So you have to really be particular about what you are growing and how you're treating what you're growing, and making sure that your shade cloth is actually covering everything. I had some mishaps in my shade cloth today, so you'll see where some of the plants have gotten damaged, and then also I have just some damage that are occurring to plants that are maybe not getting enough water or something going on, but we're going to take a look at all of that. But first I'm going to show you my okra because I have okra to harvest. So okra is a plant that grows really well in Arizona as long as you have some shade, and I have a shade cloth up here, and as you can see, my okra is not only producing okra, but it's also producing new okra, so it's flowering too as well, and it's still producing new little buds. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this one. During the summer I do pick them a little bit sooner because okra will get ready right away, like sometimes overnight. So what I want to do is not leave it there because it's too hot for me to come out. So as soon as it's a little bit ready, I go ahead and I pick it. So typically they're a little bit smaller the later the summer is here in Arizona when I pick my okra. I know it's just one okra today, but tomorrow the rest will be ready and then I can pick all those and do something with it. So now I'm also going to check my garden. I see that there's a little bit of damage on one of my bean plants. Now when I'm planting new starts, I always do it first thing in the morning, like 5 o'clock in the morning when it's really early. I have two starts that I planted later in the day because I did it for a video with you guys, and those plants are getting attacked by, I think, like a little bit of a caterpillar. It's really about timing here in Arizona. So if you plant it at the right time, it kind of gives your plant a fresh start. So I'm going to try and find the caterpillar on the plant, get it off, and then hopefully that fixes the problem. Okay guys, so this is the one I'm talking about. Now this could be because I planted it later in the day and it just never really got a good start. As you can see, these two I planted later in the day. This one I planted first thing in the morning. The one over there doing completely fine. These two are struggling. So I'm thinking it was a time of day and not the area, because if it was the area that it's in, these two or that one will be doing bad just like these two are. But I can see the little caterpillar on here, so I'm gonna go ahead and get him off of there. I don't like touching them, so I'm actually going to do it with the I might have to put down the camera for this, guys. Yes, I do. Okay, I got it. One day I'm not going to be a total baby when it comes to bugs in my garden, but today's not that day. So the next thing I'm gonna do is check my plants for sun damage. Now, I have some sun damage in my garden because it was really windy today and I didn't come out and readjust the shade cloth when the wind blew, so I got some sun damage. So let me show you. So I did pull this mint plant down, but as you can see, it really got a lot of sun damage. So I might try moving this mint plant over to where my other herbs are over there and seeing if that helps kind of save them. But if not, mint will come back as soon as the heat then drops down to a normal temperature that everybody else can take. Now I do see a little bit of sun damage. Sorry guys for the loud motorcycle. I do see a little bit of sun damage on the end of this pepper plant. Actually touching it, guys, it's not sun damage, it's just the fact that it needs to be watered. So that's the other thing I'm gonna look for. I'm gonna go down here, touch the soil, and see if it's dry or if it's wet. It's a little bit dry, so I'm gonna go through and give everything a light misting of water before I go back in the house. Now this pepper plant did get a lot of sun damage. Now this, as you can hear it, it's crunchy. So this isn't water, this is sun. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna prune this sorry guys. I'm gonna prune this pepper plant in the morning. I'm going to give it some water tonight, let it kind of rejuvenate itself, and then in the morning I'm gonna prune off all of these dead spots. It'll just lower the height of the pepper plant, but as you can see, it's still growing new leaves, and it'll continue to grow new leaves even after I prune it. But I'm just going to get the dead spots off of it so that then the plant's not putting energy in that. I just don't want to do it right after the heat wave. Also guys, it's on a Mighty Crop, so don't forget we do have a promo code for Mighty Crop, so you can get 10% off of your Mighty Crop if you want to grow on a Mighty Crop as well. So just a side note. So I've actually been talking with a couple of other businesses too to see if they can give me discounts for my subscribers, because you know, gardening can be really expensive, and especially setting something up. So if I can get you guys some discounts, I'm all for it. But let's talk about also my pots. Now pots are going to dry out way quicker than the beds. Oh my god guys, I'm sweating. So you're gonna want to make sure that you water your pots and adjust your pots to where if they're getting any sun damage or anything like that, then you're moving them, or if they're not getting enough sun, then you're moving them, or just if they just need water, just give them water. So in my big pots, I have my eggplants, and as you can see, eggplants are one of those vegetables that just really hold up during the Arizona summer. They don't even look phased. They're not even wilted or anything like that. Also guys, shishito peppers. If you guys follow me on my Instagram, which I will put here, I talked about how I prune my shishito pepper plants after picking all of the peppers off of them, and everybody was like, what the heck? Why would you do that? Shishitos are producing so much right now. Well, the thing is that they weren't producing in a way that I wanted them to. So I pruned them back. I took out all the sick leaves, everything that was disease on them, and as you can see, they're already flowering. They're already producing new little buds. And I topped both of these plants probably about a couple days ago, maybe a week ago. I also want to really check my raised beds that are not in ground raised beds. So this one and this one are on the patio, which means they're going to heat up a lot quicker than my raised beds that are in the actual garden bed. So I'm looking in here, these are my black-eyed peas, and I can see that they're doing pretty well. I'm also going to check the soil on it, and their soil is a little bit dry, so I'm just going to give them a light mist too as well. Same thing over here guys. Look, the pumpkin is starting to get a little bit of a leaf. These little rascals are the hardest thing to do anything with. They're not as dry, so I'll probably skip them. Also, they're not wilted or anything like that, so I don't want to overwater them, so I'll probably skip them too as well. So I am officially starting to drip sweat. But I wanted to give you guys just an idea of what I do in the nighttime, kind of like as a nightly routine for my garden. It's typically something very quick, just doing a quick check, seeing if there is any type of damage or anything that I've missed or anything that I need to move, and then just really giving my garden in the spots that it needs it a light mist of water. But as you guys can see, in Arizona, you might think that you can't grow during the summer, but you can. I don't want you guys to get deterred by the hot heat. The only real deterrent is that you have to come out here and pick some stuff or water some stuff, and yeah, it's kind of hot doing that. But if you do it early in the morning or late at night, it is really going to still provide you food and provide you a early fall crop, because all of these starts that are little starts are going to provide me a big harvest in the beginning of the fall before I can actually put in my fall garden that is then going to provide me a harvest in the early part of the winter. So don't get discouraged. Get out there, plant yourself a garden, because even a small space can provide you with tons of food. Bye guys.